Okay, hopefully you can see what's going on. So I'm going to be sorting out the desk. It does look okay, but close up it's pretty dusty in that. So I'm going to be using this remote screen here so I can see what's going on the chat. If anyone does join and ask any questions, hopefully I'll see you in here, and then I can respond from there as well. So I'll plug that in so it's got some power. Cool. And it's magnetic, so I can click it on here and see what's going on. So that's the view there. Okay, cool. Well, let me get started. So there's the mouse, there's some of my stuff, coasters. So we'll move that. Books, I'll put here. Move that out the way. Let me plug this in here. So that's there. So that's all still good. Okay. Let's move all of that out the way. Move these things. So this is my earphones. This is wireless mic, which I should actually try and use more often for the phone and stuff, so that's cool. So I'll just put these up here for now, and then I'll clean what's there. So yeah, I just need to sort out all these little bits and pieces, and then I'm going to clean over here, and then I'll turn on the PC once I'm done, and I'll move it around so you can see what setup I've got in that. But feel free to ask questions about my setup and how I film reviews or anything like that, and yeah. So that's there. That's there. Asterix and Obelix. These guys are cool. Anyone know Asterix and Obelix? That's there. That's these guys. So you're gonna Charizard. I don't know if I said that correct. Hello, hello. Hey, I see you said hi. So yeah, also ask me questions if you want about my setup and what I've got and everything, and I'll try to answer them. How's your day? My day's pretty good, thank you. How's your day? I'm busy sorting out a few things I need to tidy up here. So where are you from that you've logged on and you're watching? Good. So where are you guys logging on from to watch the stream? This is a Logitech. This is the 951, I think, is it? Yeah, it's a nice wireless keyboard, this. Oh, so you're also in England. Yeah, I'm in England as well. Down south. Essex area. Yeah, this is the G915 keyboard. I've had this probably since lockdown. It's actually quite a good keyboard. Nice and sturdy, quite heavy. But what I'm going to be doing is, you'll see over here I've got these keys. You can see these keys all worn away. And what I've done is I've bought replacement keys. You can buy a whole set from Logitech, but it's quite expensive. But I got these off Amazon, and I'm going to just replace the W, S, A and D, and that's what these are. And they've got little bumps on them as well, and they're red, so I think it'll look quite cool once I put those in there and just replace those four, because you can see the letters have worn off. So I'm going to put those on, and then it comes with What other keys? Oh, it comes with some arrow keys as well. So that's these ones here, but these haven't worn away. So the only one that's wearing away is shift, but I don't have that key. So I'm going to put those on at some point. I think that will look quite cool. England. So what kind of setups do you guys have? You have PC, console? Do you guys game? What kind of games do you guys play? How long have you been gaming for as well? I've been playing quite a few years now. I haven't played so much lately, obviously with work and all of that, but I still enjoy gaming. So yes, I'm going to be replacing these keys, these four here, with those ones that I got them off Amazon, I think, yeah. So I'm just cleaning my desk here, so it just gets a bit dusty. Leon said hi. Hey Leon, how are you doing? Where are you joining us from, Leon? So what I'm cleaning here are little covers basically, which you can change the colors of this disc that I've got here, and that is a rotation stand. So basically you can put your product on here. Let's say this is your product, and then you switch this on and then it does the rotation, so you can film whatever the product is and you can get a full 360 view of it. So that's quite nice. And then you've got different colors that you can place on there. So I'll just keep that on the desk, and I put a few ornaments on there and stuff that I use during my videos. So I've got the I've got this knife for unboxing, which looks quite cool. So that's there, so that I use for unboxing and cutting open the boxes. I also use this little pin here, which you get for cell phones, just to reach in for any tight areas and stuff like that. So that's cool. How many inches is that screen? Is it ultra wide? Yeah, it's the Samsung 49-inch curve, the R1000. It's the older version, one of the first ones that came out, so it's not the new one. It's got the RGB lights at the back as well. But yeah, it's really cool. What kind of screen do you have? You also got a ultra wide curve. It does make such a big difference when playing games and stuff. Obviously not competitive games, because they don't allow you to view the ultra wide side of things, but it's still fun to play because you get so much of an angle on things. And yeah, it's just awesome, especially for working or editing. That does help with the editing as well, because you can go so wide. You can put your whole timeline out there. 49-inch now, I've just got 27. Yeah, this is basically, well, you can have 3 screens sort of set up. It's got presets that you can put. You can put Windows fixed, but I have like 3 windows of browsers. So I'd have a Chrome browser there with a couple of, well, 20 or so tabs. Then I'd have another browser here, probably Edge, with all the tabs there for work, and then I can have another browser here. And yeah, the size is awesome. It does, it's really cool. I'll switch it on just now when I'm finished cleaning and stuff, and then you can have a look and see if you're still on the stream. So yeah, what's the refresh rate? It does 240 hertz, so it can do up to 240 hertz. So that is capable. Obviously your screen card needs to do it. So that's yeah, it is quite smooth. It's really cool. It also has G-Sync for NVIDIA and that, so that's cool. And yeah, I'm very impressed with it. It's an older screen now, it's a couple of years old, but it works really well. And it's enough for what I need at this moment in time. I would like to eventually get the Samsung Arc, that massive, I think it's like a 59-inch thing. That's really big. That's more than enough. Yeah, it is. It is. It's really cool, I must say. It definitely makes a big difference. The only problem is when you get used to something like this and then you've got to work on a laptop when you're traveling, or you go and work on a PC or something like that with a small screen. It does make a difference with getting used to the smaller screens and that, so you've got to keep tabbing through everything and you know, trying to make sense of what's going on a smaller screen. So I'll just see, what's this? Just want to see what this one button is here. What's that? Retouch on. Yeah, okay. Can you guys hear me okay if I'm over here talking like this? Because I can try and test out the wireless remotes that I've got, which I want to test and see. I've got this Corsair gaming pad, that's quite cool. So you can hear me fine over here. Who's there? That's Chuckles the Clown. Chuckles the Clown. Thanks for joining. So you can hear me fine just from here. Maybe it's bouncing off the curved screen, like in an amphitheater. Can hear you fine. Cool, Chuckles the Clown. So what's in my rig? So you want to know what's in this case over here, yeah? Let me turn it and you can maybe see more of it. Let me get my screen and I can do it from here as well. So I've got a little wireless screen here, one of the products that I reviewed. And yeah, this is really cool. Let me just close this here. So basically this can snap onto the back of your phone, and I can use the rear camera and I can see what the rear camera is seeing, but because I can't get behind there and do the live feed from there, I'm using this now so I can see your comments in here and everything. So it's actually really cool. So let me see if I turn just slightly. That's the case over there. Can you see that? So it's a really big case. It's from Chill Blast. It's really wide compared to the PCs I'm used to getting and I used to build. It's quite massive, and then this over here is a touch screen. So that's a touch screen, and then the processor, on the processor the Kraken cooling has got a screen on it as well. So that's also an LCD screen there, so you can watch YouTube videos and that. And I've got my logo of my channel that comes up and it cycles through the time and different things and stats for the temperature and everything. So that's really cool. So basically, Tectage. Wow, I like the electronic gadgets. Yeah, so do I. I do like gadgets. Yeah, I enjoy gadgets. So yeah, so what I've got in here for Chucky the Clown, if you're still with us. Are you still with me? I'll see if you're with me and then I'll carry on. Yeah, so what I've got in here is a 9950X AMD Ryzen, gigabyte motherboard with Wi-Fi 7, Bluetooth, and then it's got 96 gigs of 7000 megabits per second RAM, and that is Dominator RAM from Corsair. Then I've got a 2 terabyte boot drive SSD, and that's a NVMe drive, Samsung. And then I've got a 4 terabyte slave drive, which is also an SSD. So both of them are SSD drives, NVMe's. And then I've got at the back here, I've got a 16 terabyte backup USB drive where I save all my videos and editing and everything on there, and work and stuff, and then I sync that online with a company, I think they're in America, called Backblaze. So they're pretty good. They do a full backup, and you can, if anything happens, they can send you a hard drive and you can recover all your stuff. So yeah, so that's what's there. And then I've got the GameRock 5090 32 gig screen card, the NVIDIA screen card. I have a Dell U4000 monitor, and afraid to clean it to the fear of scratching it. Yeah, I know what you mean about scratching it. But yeah, so, and then this is the Height Y70 touch case from Height, and it's got a touch screen here. And then what else? It's got Lian Li. It's got a fan at the back there, RGB fan. It's got 3 fans on the side sucking in. That one's sucking out. It's got the Kraken radiator at the top with 3 fans sucking up with the coolant inside. And then I've got 3 fans at the bottom sucking air in as well. So there's 14 fans running in there, and then the CPU, the power supply unit has a fan that you can switch on and off as well at the back. So this glass can pop out and you can do what you need to do in there. Very easy, and the top of the case comes off. It's all got mesh on, so it's really easy to clean as well, which is really good. It's really heavy. It's like 26 kilos. But luckily the desk I've got can hold it, and it's also a moving desk, so I can go up and down. So I can stand and work as well, and then I can go down and sit and play as well. So that's quite cool. So I'll lift it up while I'm cleaning now. Big boys toys. Let's have a tiny Mac Mini M4 Pro. Chuckles. What's your average temps with a light workload with the 14 fans? Well, the thing is, when I was speaking to the guys who from Chill Blast, I was just asking them about, because I was talking to one of their tech guys with regards to temperatures and stuff, and they say that the Ryzen chips do get really warm, and that's sort of okay for them, and they do sit in the high when they are working at a full load kind of thing. They do sit in the high 80s and 90s. It also depends on what kind of cool. If you've got full water cooling, obviously that does help. But when I'm sitting sort of just doing, you know, like browsing, if I don't have, I've got in my Chrome window, I've got about, I don't know, about 30 or 40 tabs open. So that's still quite a lot of power for and memory to be allocated to it. But if it's just one little window open, it usually sits at around 50 degrees, 60 degrees, but then it also sits, what happens is the processor has got the intelligence to turn on and off cores. So it's got 32 cores that can go on and off, and it will have parked cores as well, so they sit dormant until they're needed. So those, you know, kick in and work when required. And then when I game, I was gaming with Battlefield 6 the other day, and the processor's temperature was around 88. So yeah, and it was running fine, didn't get any lag or stalling or anything like that. So yeah, it worked just fine. So but yeah, I was sort of concerned with higher temperatures, but the guys say that's sort of normal. And when I look online as well, a lot of the guys say that these Ryzen chips do run quite hot, but that's normal. And then they do have a safety feature where they will shut down certain things or slow things down to preserve the temperature as well. So yeah, so that's the setup I've got there. And I've put this wood here to hold the screen up because it is so heavy. I've had it for a while now. Yeah, and then yeah, I've got these little guys that I keep in front of me. You'll see them in a lot of my YouTube shorts with my unboxing. It's Asterix and Obelix. It came with one of the Xbox games that I got. There we go. Looks like you have Samsung Ultra Wide 49-inch. Tectage. Yes, it is the Samsung Ultra Wide 49-inch. That is the screen you see in the stream. That's it. And then that's my mic. Where's my got a little bell for tea, and also I ring it if I need to get the dogs to come in and get a treat and stop barking. I've got a USB card reader, so that's for all the cameras I test, because they have USB or SD cards that are in there, so I use that to read off those or connect to them remotely. And that's the unboxing knife that I use. And then this thing's pretty cool. I've got this to review. It's a transcriber. So basically you can use it in events or meeting rooms and that, and you can switch it on, and it's got all these microphones. You can put that in the desk or on the table in a meeting or whatever, and it will record whatever anyone's saying, and then it will transcribe it as well into a text file, so you can download the audio and the text file afterwards, and it does a couple of languages as well. So that's a pretty cool device to have. So if ever I go to a Google event, I can record it and then, you know, always listen back if I've missed anything and stuff like that. So that's there. And I've got my cables here. I've got a USB cable here, which I've set up, which links to a on-air LED screen outside, so the kids and everyone know that I'm filming or recording and that. They know not to sort of come in and make a noise. Then I've got this here, so that's my light. So you can see the light how it comes on down here. So that's quite cool. I've reviewed that. That's a nice screen light over there. I've only got 78 X3D and 360mm rad, but I think it's overkill. Chuckles. So what do you do with your 7800? That's still a decent processor. If you're playing games and stuff, that's fine. You know, the thing is, the reason why I got this PC so souped up with all probably the latest tech is that I don't want to upgrade for a long time. Because, you know, once you've bought something, you're pretty much out of date already, because things are moving so fast with tech. From where do you have a Dark Matrix figure as well? No, I don't. No, I don't have Dog Matrix, no. It only came with those ones. From where do you download games to play? Well, I've got the Game Pass for Xbox, so I can get those because it's got the PC side of things, so I play on that. And then that's linked to EA games as well, so that's there. Then there's Steam, and then what else is there? Steam, EA, and that's it really. Those are the ones that I sort of get games from and play from there. No, the CPU is good, but the radiator... Oh, the radiator's overkill. Oh, okay. Well, at least it keeps it cool, so, you know, that just extends the life of the processor anyway. Last time I played was using a CD. Yeah, I've still got games stored away that were on CD and that, and DVD. Like Red Alert and that all came on a disc. And then I think one of them was 2 discs. So yeah. I only use it for gaming. Yeah. I avoid playing shooting games. I literally sweat due to increased tension while playing those. Yeah, I know what you mean. I do get worked up playing some of those first-person shooters as well. I was playing with my nephew the one time, and yeah, I hadn't played for a long time, and I wasn't used to all the guys sort of jumping out of nowhere, and I was sort of just shooting wildly and stuff, and they found it so funny. Um, yeah. I also got this YouTube little tin. It came with Smarties in it. They're all YouTube branded, so I've kept that little tin. So I put that in the videos, which is quite cool. I've also got this YouTube logo here, which I got, which was it's a play button, but it's made of Lego, so I had to build it. So you can see it's got the little stand and everything. I've got a video on that as well, building it in time lapse. So that's quite cool. I've got these earphones. These are quite good earphones. These are over the ear earphones. So they sort of sit over the ear like so. I don't know if I'm on the screen. Let's see, yeah. Oh, there. So these are quite cool. So you can still hear what's going on around you and stuff. So that's quite good. These work quite nicely. So I'll keep those available here. And then I've got this wireless microphone. So these you can clip on and talk and that. It's just I'm charging the phone now, so I can't put that in. Wait, I actually can. Let me see. Tell me if the sound gets any better or worse. You guys let me know if you're still watching. I'm putting this on. And now I'm going to plug in this. So that's the power. So let me know if you can hear me better. The phone on. So is this better that I've got this on here and I'm moving around? So can you hear me okay with this one on my neck, or is it too loud, or is it too distorty? Should I move it or? Yes. So is it better or worse? Sounds a bit empty, a bit loud. Okay. So if I move this, what if I put a cap on and put it on the cap like those guys do? Mics. Let's see. I'll put a cap on. I'll put this. Sounds a bit empty. Sounds a bit loud. So if I put that there, yeah. Like these guys just. Oh no, wait, the other one. There. And then I'll put this on. How's that sound? Earlier was also good. Yeah, because it's using the phone. So that's a Samsung phone. How's this sound, or is this rubbish? It's clear, but like there's no bass or anything like that. Yeah, they're not awesome earphones. Earphones, microphones. They're just some cheapy ones which sort of got sent to review. Yeah, I guess I need to look at getting nice ones, but they are quite expensive if you look at those DJI ones and stuff. So do you want me to go back to that sound on the phone? Should I just do that? Should I put this further away? I don't know. Go back. Okay. Cool. Thank you. Okay, so we should be back on the phone audio. Is that better? Cool. Okay, so I need to clean the mic as well. So do you guys use headsets or what for your microphones when you're gaming and that? I could plug this in, then it'll be really clear. This is such a cool microphone. This is the Yeti X, the Blue Yeti X. So good. It's got 4 different settings on the back here. So I'll do cardioid, which means it'll only listen from the front. Headset. Want to get a nice mic but don't have room for it. Yeah, it's true. You do get the stands and stuff, which sort of, they do help if you don't have the room, and you can put it over. If you get a big enough arm, a boom arm, it can sort of reach over a screen and that, if the screen isn't that big. And I've got another boom arm here, which is more for the overhead filming for the phone. So that's what I use there, which is a smaller one, and I let my headphones rest on there. So that's the headphones that I use. They're quite good. Okay, cool. Remove that. This is cool. This is a charger for a phone, a watch, and earpods. So they all charge at once. So this is a cool little device which I had to review, and I use it quite often now. Very cool. Very, very cool device. And it's so small, as you can see, it just goes all tiny in that, yeah. Yeah, that's the thing with headphones. When you use them a lot, they do. I had the Logitech headphones, and these started fraying as well, started peeling. But I guess because of the sweat and the heat and that, when you play a lot, it does sort of break after a while. And this piece, you can get replacements for them, but yeah, it's never the same. That's there, that's done. I need to get behind the screen, which is a bit of a tough one when I'm trying to film. But I'll boot up the machine soon, and you can have a look at all the cool lights that it's got. Fabric earpads, yeah. Yeah, you're right. They're all better. It's sort of like the Quest 3 and that. I used to get sent the face plates for the Quest, and I used to have, the fabric one came through, and that was way better than the plastic and rubber ones because you just sweat on those. So I'm going to turn this on. Do you want me to? Let me make it a bit darker in here. Just close the blind. Then we can get the PC on. Do you want me to turn that on? Who wants to see a lightsaber? I've got one to review. It's really cool. Got that there. You guys want to see the lightsaber? Here it is here. It's got a 92 centimeter shaft over there. So that's really long. So that's this here. So yeah, this is cool, and it's Bluetooth. It connects to an app on the phone as well, and you can change all the settings and all that stuff, but you can control it by the button as well.
Power on.
So we'll put that on. So what do you guys think of this? It's cool, eh? Looks like a sword on umbrella, yeah. Basically from the Star Wars franchise. And it does the sounds and everything, so yeah. And it does the scrape. It's very cool, this thing. It's got different moves and stuff, so you can do the... Yeah, if I run it off the phone, it's got the app which does quite a few things. I think, yeah, there's certain movements and stuff that you can do as well, so it's quite...
Color change.
They have changed the color now. So it's cool. Very cool. Yeah, my video came out on this yesterday. Yeah, Saturday. So I've done a YouTube short on this, and then the long form as well, which shows you how it works and everything. It's really cool. See, that's what it looks like. There's the sound comes out there. Basically got a dropout piece that comes out, which you charge and everything. But yeah, when you hit stuff, it does that thing. So it's going to be quite a knock to do it. So this is cool.
Color selected. Color change. Color selected. Color change. Color selected.
Very cool. And that's the lightsaber. It's so cool. So that's there. So that's all done. Handle's metal, yeah, it is. It's really heavy. It's actually quite heavy. That it's like aluminium and plastic. Yeah, I'll unscrew it and you can hear it's like a... So that's, yeah, it's all aluminium. Then there's metal there, there's plastic here, aluminium, bit of plastic, aluminium, aluminium there. And then this is that core that comes out, the dropout core. So this is what controls it. And then there's the battery. You've got USB-C over here, which you charge. So that's over there. And then there's the battery. And then there's other versions where you've got like kill switches here and stuff. And you can see that's where all the lights are controlled. And then there's the on-off button. And it connects with Bluetooth. It's a very cool little toy to have. They have so many. Go check out the YouTube short and the long form. There's links in the description to go to their website. You can see how many they have. It's really cool. Okay, so I'm going to turn on the PC. So who's still with me? Do you want me to turn on this PC so you can see what it looks like? All this over here, and then the screen. Chuckles the clown. Nice. Thanks for staying with me. That's cool. So, should we turn this on? So that's there. That's done. Put this away. That's there. Okay, so let's boot this thing up. So there you go. Sorry about the dogs. Do you want me to put this closer, or are you happy with it being there? Get out the way. Yeah, the RGBs are cool. This is the Game Rock one, which has all the lights going around, and it just seems to keep doing that. You can't, there isn't software for the screen card to change that one. That's cool, but you can control the Kraken CPU cooler. Those fans there, the Lian Li ones, you can control. The RAM you can control, which you see those lights going on there. And then there's obviously motherboard lights as well, which do their thing. So, let me log in here. So you'll hear these fans kick in, and then the screen here has come on. So that's the touch screen as well. So the fans, I'm sure you hear them spinning, so it's just during the boot up sequence. And then there's all these monitoring tools that I've got set up to see the fan speed and everything like that. So it shows the temperature and stuff. And then I can bring this closer. Hold on, let me do this. And just put this back here. That's there. That's there. Okay, let me bring that there. Okay, so here we have the monitoring software here. So that's these are the fans, the Lian Li fans here. So that's the software here, which shows the fans. It also picks up the CPU load. And then you've got this software here, the NZXT cam. And this one controls the CPU cooler. So if I go to the RGB fan Kraken, so that's that one. If I go there, then there's so it's got system specs, it's got the monitoring here as well, so it does monitor all of this as well. And then for the lighting, you can change this. So this I've chosen carousel, and what it does is it will cycle through these images. So we've got the liquid temperature that's within the cooler itself, and then it's got the CPU and GPU, and then it cycles through again. Then you've got the time, and then you've got my little logo. So every 15 seconds, that over there, it changes. So that's on the second screen now, and you'll see that change now. So if I bring it in closer, you could probably see that it'll change. So there it's changed. And then it should do it again. Should go to the time next. So that's the time. And then it should go to the logo. But yeah, you can watch YouTube videos in here and everything. So now it should go to my logo. So there's my logo. So that's a little LED screen over there. That's really cool. And then there's the Lian Li fan at the back, the big one. So that one's controlled with the RGB lights, and these are the RAM. And there's the screen card, which takes up 3 slots across the board like that. It's got a riser cable, which is that big white thing at the back there, which allows it to be mounted this way from the motherboard rather than being plugged in like that because of the weight. So it's quite heavy. And then we've got a screen here. So this is a touch screen. So I can go across. So that's a touch screen. I can play Tetris. I can play music here. I can do calculate or whatever. I can add more screens if I want to go back to here. These are the monitoring ones that I've put on here. And then here's the other Lian Li fans, which are running. So you can see they've got like an infinite mirror effect over here. So it looks like they just go on forever. And then that's the PC from this side here with all the fans, and then the radiators at the top. So you can see all of that stuff there. So that's yeah, that's the PC running over there. And then this is the software. So that's there, and then this is the software here, which controls the screen on the side. So if I go to wallpaper and I choose one of these wallpapers, this screen will change here in the background. So what I'll do is I'll change the wallpaper and you'll watch the screen change. So I'm going to go to like a time travel kind of thing. So I'm going to just say that. There you go. So that changes. You can go to like squares. And if I go to the Earth, so that's rotating, but it's moving. You can do fish if you want fish. That's swimming there. What else have they got? They've updated a few. This one's quite nice. So that's cool. This one's like a spectrum kind of thing. That's a newer one. That's quite cool. So yeah, so that's the setup I've got there. So it works really well. Good for gaming, good for work, good for editing. Yeah, I do enjoy it. So that's it there. How much is the case, if you don't mind me asking? The whole setup with what's inside there, with what's in there, or just the case itself? Just the case. I think the case on its own. Let me see for you. I think it's the price has changed now. Let me just have a look and see. Let me try and find the price for you. You can have a. So just the case, just the case. I can't remember offhand. Let me find it. So there. That's no. Be under 26, 25. So let's see the case. let me get the right name for you. So it's the enhanced Instapack palette. There, it's the Height 70 Touch Infinite Gaming Case. So that's what that case, the exact name is. And if I just go to Google, just coming up with that, just the case on its own is now, oh, that's more than what I paid. It's £370 now. And it comes with the screen. It comes with the screen built in. So it comes with this touch screen. That's separate. That's the processor screen that comes with the radiators at the top here. I should do a video on the PC. I need to do one actually, and explain the specs and everything. That's a lot, but it's a whole lot of case though. Yeah, it is a lot, but it is an awesome case. It's got so much space and it's so wide. I can't believe how wide it is compared to older PCs. They used to be sort of that wide, and now this thing is that wide, and it's got a good height. And like I say, it's so nice because everything just, there's not a lot of like screws and stuff. You can just pop things off. So you can, just let me see if I can get it right. There. So it just pops off. See, so it's got meshes inside and everything. So you can clean all of that off. So that's the top of the case. You can see how wide that is. That's how wide the case is. And a normal case is usually about this wide, where those blocks are. So yeah, it's an awesome one. So there you've got all, there's the radiator at the top here, and you've got your power supply and everything in a separate compartment there. And there's another compartment at the bottom here where the fans are. So that's all closed off. And yeah, it's just all clips in. You know, just so easy to work. And like this here, you see this just pops out, the glass. So you can, you know, just slide that off like so. And then this other sides slide off. Yeah, it's just so much easier to work with. And I just got to line it up correctly. It's just hard to do it from here at this angle. Okay, just go in. There we go. So yeah, it's awesome. This one also comes off. The side panel at the back comes off. You can work with all the things. I'd buy it just for the screens. Yeah, this is awesome. This touch screen is so cool. So yeah, you can watch videos on here as well if you want, or whatever. Very cool. Yeah, so I guess that's everything from my side. I'm probably gonna finish off soon. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so there's the screen there. I could open a... I don't know if it'll come through on the vertical live. If it will do that. What's the power? 23. It's not charging. Why is it not charging? It's just gone flat now. Oh, it's got power. Ah, yeah, it's charging now. Okay. I could open up something. You guys can watch that. Yeah, the fan speeds are controlled by all the software that's running. So as soon as there's more processing power, those fans will kick in, and then you'll hear quite a noise from them. but it's good. It keeps it cool. Has to run like that. That's charging. Is this charging? Yeah, this is charging. I wonder if I open that. Yeah, you'll probably hear the fans kick in now because I'm going to open up a game. And you'll hear them slowly start spinning up louder and louder. I don't know if you can hear them. That like humming sound. Yeah, so the CPUs are getting more in now, and then the GPU's kicking in now. Nice and responsive, nice clarity as well. If I go in a bit more, you can see how detailed that is. See the reflection of them and stuff. It's pretty cool. Just the support. They're a bit louder, but maybe the mic isn't picking off. Yeah, probably. It probably is the mic on the, well, because the phone, yeah. I guess I could put those other mics on again and then it will really sound weird.
Power off.
That was the lightsaber switching off. So yeah, graphics are cool. So you can go into the settings and you'll see here it's got pretty much advanced graphics modifier. So everything's on high and ultra, and it seems to be handling it. It shows the video memory being used here. So it's using 7 gigs of the 32 gigs on the screen card. So the CPU usage is high, the GPU usage is high, and the VRAM usage is high. But there's the max, so it's still handling it, still fine. But yeah, it just works really well. It's good. Nice and responsive. And then there's my frames in the top right here. No PlayStation doesn't support ultra wide. No, I don't think they do. Yeah, so basically I'm getting 141 frames a second now, and because of the screen being ultra wide, the amount of pixels that are being rendered is 5,000 across by 2140, something like that. So if you work out what it's rendering, it's pretty much nearly 4K, the amount of pixels that it has to render on the screen. So when I do play games in high res and everything, I get around 90 frames a second. So I play Fortnite as well, and that's around 90 frames in 4K. So this is sitting at 140 with this still, but when there's battles and stuff going on, then it drops to around 90 to 100. So that's roughly 4K what we're seeing in ultra wide. But when I drop down to say a 1080p and then it cuts the screen smaller, then I start getting 150 to 200 frames a second. So it does work really well. Elias, hello Elias. Specs on the PC. Do you want to know what this is over here? Is that what you're asking? Specs on this one, yeah? Yeah, 90 FPS at 4K is good. It's because the screen is so big. It's not true 4K, but the amount of pixels it has to process is nearly 4K. What a 4K monitor would be processing. So that's what it does. But yeah, so that's that there for Helios. That's a 5090 32 gig, and then it's a 9800 9950X Ryzen, and then 96 gigs of 7000 megabits per second RAM, 2 terabyte SSD, another 4 terabyte SSD, a 16 terabyte external drive, and then gigabyte motherboard, 14 fans, radiator. So that's all there. So yeah, so that's my setup. So I gave it a bit of a clean up. Everything's all nice and clean now. So now I can start editing again, get my next video out. Got to get that done. Schedule some other ones. What's today? Today the 18th. No, tomorrow. So I think I've got a video coming out tomorrow. Yeah, I just want to say thanks to the guys who did join the chat and took part. So Chuckles the Clown, thank you. Elias, you joined now, thanks. Also Tech Tej, thank you. I appreciate it. If you guys haven't subscribed to the channel, if you want to, it's up to you. I try and release some cool stuff now and then when I can get it done. I've got so much stuff to do still. I've got this to do, which is the Xbox Go Chameleon. So this is a sporting camera. So that's it there. So this is Chuckles. Oh, thank you. Thanks for subbing. I appreciate that. Let me open this up for you here. Sort of a small live unboxing. So this here I'm going to be reviewing soon. This is cool. It's a sports recording camera. So it sits on a tripod and then it rotates 360, moves up and down, and then your phone fits in here. And it records sporting matches, follows the ball, can follow a player. And then this is the remote, so you can move it left and right if you want as well. And also you can press the button, that one there, and it will mark the video when something happens. So if a goal is scored or a point is scored on whatever sport, you can press that button and it marks it in the video. So when you go back to playing it, you can see these markers in the video itself, and then you can go back and say, okay, something happened at that point, so you don't have to search the video for it. Then I've got a indoor cam that I've got to review as well. I've got to do that. I've got another indoor camera from iGeek. I've got a little projector. This one's cool. Comes in a little case. I've got to review that at some point now. So there's the projector there. So that's cool. So I'm going to review that one. Then I've got this screen here as well. It's a car screen, so you can put that on your dashboard. It sticks on there. It's for the older cars, and you can watch movies on it. You've got maps, you can play music, all of that kind of stuff. So that fits on the car, so I've got to review that. This one doesn't come with a camera, it's just a screen. So I guess you could put it in the back for the kids, or if someone's in the back. So I'm going to review that as well. So that's it there. That's the box for it there. So it does maps, music. So it basically connects to your phone. So whatever your phone does, it can do that. So that's cool. So I hope you guys enjoyed joining me for this this stream. hope you can sort of get a background of what I do here and how I do it, and try and get those videos out for you guys and hopefully enjoy them. You know, if you have any ideas or anything, you know, make a comment in some of the videos and suggest some things if you want. I'm always keen to try and better these videos for everyone, and I do try and, you know, give an honest review of the product. Yes, I know brands send me stuff and things like that, but it's not like they say you have to give a 5-star review like some of those Amazon products that you see out there. Some people ask for those. I do take my time to try and review them. I do try and cover as much as I can when I'm reviewing something, but I will miss out things now and then, obviously. You know, I'm not perfect, but I'll try and better each one as I go along. Yeah, so that's pretty much me for today. I guess I could give you a quick view of the back of the room here, where I keep all the stuff. So, am I back? Okay, should be. Yeah, so there's all the stuff I need to review still. All these boxes, cameras, bags. Yeah, a lot of things. Then my plants. Those are my plants I have. There's a clock that I reviewed, little camera I reviewed. Got that at a Google event. They sent me that. There's a screen. That's a LED light as well. That's pretty cool. And then those are the plants that I have. And there's the nice green water bottle that uses rainwater to water them. Yeah, those are them there. So they're carnivorous. They catch flies and other insects. So yeah, so that's my setup. I want to thank you guys for joining me and participating. I appreciate it. I hope to see you commenting in my other videos and that, and I might look at doing some giveaways as well, because I've got so much stuff to review and that, and I can't keep all of it, so I might do a few giveaways. So make sure you join up, and maybe you can get something from those videos. But yeah, I just want to say thanks again, and I will see you guys around. Cheers. Thanks Chuckles for the plants. Yeah, they're carnivorous. Thank you. Cheers guys.